Last time I traveled, someone asked, could I do a little bit of a tour of everything that I pack in my little mini travel Pelican case when I'm out and about. Figured this was a good time to do it because I'm gonna be gone for the next 2 weeks, so I'm trying to pack very strategically. So let me show you what I'm gonna take. So first off, this is the Pelican 1510 case. This is the one that recently I purchased just for my actual travels when I'm out and about, specifically on a plane, because my other one is just too big. Even though it fits in the overhead, it doesn't fit in the actual like bag checker where they check if it actually can be carried on. So I prefer to just carry on my gear whenever possible, so I decided that's what I wanted to do. Pelican 1510 case, I have the Trek Pack divider system in here, which I really love because it's really flexible. I can move things around, I can adjust things all the time, and it works really well. It also has wheels, which is fantastic, and a retractable handle, so you can roll through the airport. Really small, really portable, and I can fit a lot in here. First things first, camera bodies. I'm a big fan of the GH5. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that to be true. But I have 2 GH5s that I carry with me, and I basically just flip them like this, and that's how they sit in the case. I have this little system right here, this little part of it, very snug and secure, so they really don't move around at all to bang around for each other. But every once in a while, if I have an extra thing like this in here, I'll just kind of stick that on top as I'm traveling around. This area is where I have my lenses, and this definitely will change what I specifically bring based on what I'm doing. But typically what I like to travel with is the 45 1.2, a 75 1.8, another 75 1.8, and then the Canon 50 1.4, which is my current other lens of choice for my Canon EOS R, which I use for vlogging. And then I have room on top of here. So this actually has some more room on top of here, so I can put an additional lens this direction if I choose. I'm still deciding on this trip which one I'm gonna bring with me, but I can also just put anything else I want if I wanted to put extra batteries or something on here, or just this to kind of keep additional stuff in there, whatever you want. There's lots more room in this, which gives me some flexibility. These are all together, really nice and snug inside, and there's little foam that I have between them so that none of them move around, they don't bang around when they're traveling, and it just stays really, really nice. Right next to the lenses here, I have 2 power banks. These are Zendor 26,500 milliamp power banks. I absolutely love these things. They're really big in capacity, they charge fast, and they're just really reliable. I love it. So I can just take these, leave them where they are. I plug in this little dual charger for my cameras, and then I can charge all the batteries for the GH5 right built into this case. I never have to even find outlets. So I carry around this little dual charger here. Then right next to it here are all the batteries. So I carry around 5 extra GH5 batteries just in this little mini Pelican case. This is called the Micro Case 1010. I didn't buy it for this purpose, but because of the fact that it's nice and small, it fits 5 batteries perfectly, and it just keeps them from flipping around. Also in this little section are 2 Tascam DR10Ls. These are the main lavs that I use when I travel around. So on this specific trip that I'm traveling with a speaker, I will allow him to use these as his main microphones, and then I always carry a backup with me just in case. Next to that, just have a bunch of extra batteries for the Tascam. These are all AAAs, and then there's also 2 AA's in there. Next to that, I have a charger for the AA's and the AAA's. What's great about this little unit is it can be charged via micro USB, just like the other dual charger for the cameras. So this can be charged with these as well. My goal is to be able to charge everything remotely, so I'm never having to worry about having power outlets to do so. Then I carry an extra microphone with me. This is actually the microphone that comes with the Tascam DR10L. I have Countryman B3 microphones on the Tascams, so this is just a backup. I always love traveling with a drone, so I make sure I bring a drone. I bring the Mavic 2 Pro as my drone choice for travel, and then it has, obviously, the remote control, an extra battery, and then I just put this right on top of that, and it fits nice and snug in there. It's perfect. Then I carry 2 extra props. And then this compartment essentially becomes my flex compartment. So depending on where I'm actually going, what I'm actually doing, this one varies what I keep in here. Right now I have an actual charger here for the Mavic 2 Pro batteries. I will keep an extra Rode VideoMic Pro in this area as well. Then I always carry around this little guy with me, the DJI Osmo Pocket. Just an awesome little unit to bring with you, because when you need a gimbal, it's a little hard to bring a gimbal with you everywhere you go. So I love just having this. I can pull it out of my pocket, get some shots and it's so small you can literally fit it anywhere. So that's what I carry in this little Pelican case, and obviously it really depends on where I'm going and how long I'm gone and what specific thing I'm going to film when I'm away. But I always have 2 cameras in this case with lots of lenses, lots of batteries, and I always have my vlogging camera with me. So I use the Canon EOS R, and I have a wide angle lens on that, and then I also have the 50mm that I bring in here. So it essentially gives me 3 cameras, because even though this is my vlog camera, that's always the one that's kind of in my hand at all times. So if I'm rolling around this case and I'm doing work for a client or for a speaker, someone that we travel with, I can randomly get shots with the EOS R while it's in my hand. Quick little things. It just has great quality, similar to the GH5, so I'm not really concerned about losing any quality. And then it gives me another camera, so while I actually travel around, I can use these cameras, the GH5s, on a tripod or as B-roll, but still have a third camera available for me to actually shoot, which is really useful. Now for my tripod, I actually use this little Benro tripod. I absolutely love this thing. This is a tiny little portable carbon fiber tripod. It folds up this small, so 18 inches. This is the Benro FIF19C, the iPhoto. It's carbon fiber, super light, and it also gets almost 6.5 feet tall or something like that. Just really, really nice. All these legs just come out and it extends all the way out. And what's great about this one as well is you can actually take this leg off entirely and just go right straight into the main pole, and it becomes a monopod. Now that is obviously really convenient, because if you do want to use a monopod for things, it's not really convenient to have a monopod and a tripod with you, so I really love this. I just got this recently. It's very expensive for a travel tripod, but I like having a tripod that I know is actually not gonna fall over when I'm using it. So I've always been a big fan of Benro tripods. This thing has worked great for me so far. Haven't had any issues. It's also the rare travel tripod that actually has a ball head on it, so it's just really convenient to use that. Then I have my same quick release plate on the top of here that I have on all my other tripods. So the quick release plate that's on the bottom of the Canon and the 2 GH5s are all the same as this, so they can just kind of flop in and out. They come to this little tiny portable bag, which is nice because you can just throw it over your shoulder if you need to. When I travel, I normally will put this in my actual carry-on luggage. I used to be able to fit this in the actual Pelican case when I had the bigger Pelican case, but because this one's a little bit smaller, it doesn't fit in the case with how I have it, but I just always have at least one luggage with me for clothes, so I'll just toss this right in my luggage case, and then that way I have it as soon as I get to the location I need to, and it's perfect. And last but not least, I always carry around my Joby GorillaPod, obviously for vlogging, and then it just also gives me an additional little tripod if I need to use something to set the camera up every once in a while, and it works nice. And in terms of what else I travel with, I have this backpack, and inside this backpack is where I will bring my laptop, I'll bring my iPad, I'll bring portable chargers like this that will charge both my laptop and my iPad. Just really nice. I will keep all my Canon batteries in here because this is always on my back, so I can just have quick access to be able to do that, to charge my Canon or to use other batteries for it. Then I'll keep tons of other stuff in here as well, my headphones, and it's just my all-around backpack. Hopefully that answered some of the questions that you guys were asking. If you have any questions about any specific gear, make sure you ask it and I will do my best to respond. Also, you can check out the gear link down below. That'll have the entire gear kit that I just talked about in here. That makes it really easy for you to see what specific models and things I use. Everything works really, really well for me, but obviously it's all about preference and what you use. But I've been pretty happy with what I've been able to do with such a small portable rig, and that's the key for me. It's gotta be portable, easy to use, it's gotta be reliable, and always have backups. Extra camera backup in case, extra lavs for audio, extra batteries, chargers, cables, all that stuff. It's important when you're traveling to have extra stuff, because when you're out and about, if you're in an area that doesn't have a camera store, you're in big trouble if you only rely on one camera. So make sure you bring extras. Thanks for watching.